What's good, 99 Dream family? We back at it, episode 60 of the 99 Dream Journey. My name is Julian Taliaferro. You already know we coming again with another weekly business update, lessons for the week, and topic for the day, which is preparation. So I'm a little bit late on this episode. I was traveling this past weekend, and I ended up getting back on Monday or yesterday, and I wasn't able to record when I got home. So here we are on Tuesday. I'm fresh off work, still have the work fit on. And I just want to say I may be late on a couple of my episodes, but I'm never going to miss a week. And here we are on episode 60. And we're going to start it with the quote of this week. And it goes, "Slow is smooth and smooth is fast," from Jeff Bezos. So I forgot about this quote. I actually have a long list of quotes that I go back to look at. And when I saw this quote, I felt that it was perfect. Because a lot of times I feel as if I'm going way too slow or if I'm not even moving at all. So this is a quote, a great one to remind myself whenever I feel that way. And again, the quote goes, "Slow is smooth and smooth is fast," from Jeff Bezos. So for my business update for this section, what I wanted to do was talk through what I've been thinking about my startup. And as I stated in the previous episode, I was talking about traction and how important that is. And I need to have that plastered on my mind, and it should be the most important. And when I look at my startup, how it is a marketplace, that means I'm going to have two sides to that coin, my clients, but then also my brands. And both are equally important. But what I would like to do before I start my full development of my site is have some level of commitment from both sides. So I'm still refining my target market. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what client or what market would find my solution very valuable to their problem. And of course, some of my brands that I would have on my site would influence my clients, but then also vice versa. My clients would influence the brands that I have on my site. And what I refer to, or not refer to, but what I sometimes contemplate on is something that my mentor told me. And she was saying how I can't ever be too niche, right? I can get more and more specific and continue to drill down and find whether that's one person, right? One person figuring out exactly, can I solve their problem with my solution, right? And from there I can expand, but just thinking about how I can't be too niche. So that's my business update. Just want to talk through some of my thoughts. And then now I can get into my lesson for the week. And the lesson is, how do you want to be introduced? So 2 weeks ago on one of my episodes, I was talking through a lesson of the week, and it was about how there can't be any balance. And this is a lesson that I got from watching an EYL video, Earn Your Leisure video. And I watch a lot of their videos from time to time, especially when I was first starting my journey into entrepreneurship. And I applaud them so much for what they're doing with financial literacy and financial empowerment when it comes to giving this information back to the Black community. But like I said, they were a big part in my transition towards entrepreneurship, just like Social Proof. And like I said, I was traveling this weekend and I ended up flying out of Austin instead of San Antonio. And when I was at that airport, I ended up seeing them, the two hosts, Troy and Rashad, who created Earn Your Leisure. And it was crazy. I saw them and I was even in the back part of the terminal. So that made me even more surprised. And when I saw them, I had to go up to them, dap them up real quick and just say thank you, and I appreciate them for what they did for me, but also for the culture. And after this interaction, it just had me thinking about how do I want to be introduced. I had already told myself back in Miami when I watched their videos, when I watched them interview Robert F. Smith, the richest Black man in America, watching them interview P. Diddy, watching them interview Steve Harvey, all billionaires. I already told myself that I am going to be introduced to them because I will be successful, right? Because I will be in that position. And that's how I want to be introduced. And again, the quote is just, or the lesson of the week is just, how do you want to be introduced? Because when it comes to meeting different people, right, that should just be on your mind sometimes, or at least it's on mine. And now with that out of the way, I can get to my topic, which is preparation. So I'm in Toastmasters. I ended up joining a club down here in San Antonio after I started my first stint down in Miami. And I joined with the purpose to improve my public speaking. I want to get better at communication and being to express myself. And I had a speech last Wednesday, actually. So that's kind of the basis of this topic. My topic for my speech was on music, and I started preparing that weekend before. I started on Saturday, and I prepared and prepared. I rehearsed and rehearsed to where I had it memorized. I had all of my movements, my mannerisms, my how I would change my vocal pitch, how I would walk around the stage and control the room. I had it all planned out, and I had it all prepared and ready to go. So it's the day of, comes to be Wednesday. And of course, I have my usual nervousness, but I am prepared and I am ready, right? I prepared the last couple of days getting ready for this speech. But I end up get up there and I go to begin my speech and then I lose it. I blank. I end up forgetting how I started my speech, and I'm up there for maybe a good minute in silence, and I'm pacing a little bit, and I'm thinking so hard about my speech. How do I go or how do I start after this first sentence that I just said? So I end up being able to recover and get into my speech and end up finishing very strong, right? Because I did prepare. But that's what I want this topic to be about. Because I was mad, I was mad because I take things that I do very serious. And I was mad because even though I did prepare, I failed. And sometimes I feel that when we do prepare, we think that we shouldn't fail, right? Because we put in the time and we put in the effort. But this does happen. So that doesn't mean we did anything wrong, but that just means next time we need to adjust. We need to maybe prepare earlier. Start the week before instead of the weekend before. Maybe start 2 weeks before so you have ample time to really let the speech digest. Maybe you need to rehearse more. Practice, practice, practice. Call your parents in practice. Call your siblings in practice. Call your friends in practice. Do a pre-speech before the speech, right? So again, I just want to reiterate, when we do prepare, and we still fail, that doesn't mean we did anything wrong, right? That just means next time, prepare more, adjust, make adjustments and get better and take your preparation serious. So that's what I wanted to be my topic because, like I said, I was definitely mad that I messed up on my speech, but that's the purpose of it. And like I said, next time I can adjust and learn how to prepare better. So next steps for me are just continue work on my startup. And all right, let's get it, y'all. Going to achieve y'all 99 dream. And it's 99 dream because you are going to achieve your dream. And we'll be 100%, but nobody, nothing is perfect. So you're going to achieve 99% of that. And let's go and let's get it.